Terry, it's been a fantastic 12 months, starting off in January when you became Honorary Club President. Just take us back to that and what it meant to you.
Well, obviously it was a tremendous, honour to be made Honorary President, and as you said, since January in particular we haven't looked backwards, so maybe it was a little bit of an omen. I won't claim all the credit for it, of course, but purely as a team we've grown, which I like. The fact that we've got our own identity now within the English Premiership. Nice to see that other people are coming to have a look at the way we're actually set up and the way we're going about our game. And the fact is that the profile of the club obviously soared. And even in South Africa on the Monday night show that I do, we have far more questions about Southampton as a club than we ever had before. So it's a little bit more refreshing than to have the usual Man United, Arsenal and that churned out on that Monday night show. So from that point of view, it just shows you the profile is very, very high throughout Africa and of course throughout Europe, I suppose.
And of course, one player that particularly would have interested your African viewers would be Victor Wanyama. He came in the summer. What difference do you think he's made to the side this season?
I think he's tremendous. I think the way that he protects that back four, invariably with Schneiderlin as well, I think we'd have to throw him in. But it's nice to have a player from my part of the world, if you like, Kenya, and as you know, I did a little interview with him and took it back and put it on the Monday night show. It was well received in Kenya, and just going back a couple of weeks ago, I thought his performance he gave against Arsenal was tremendous, and I think he's a massive asset for the team, and the way that we now play, I think he's vital as far as the success of the team. It's not all about people scoring goals, of course. It's about keeping clean sheets and helping to keep sheets. But he does gives that protection to that back four, which is vital. Vital in as I say, in keeping those clean sheets. And he's very much part and parcel of that particular part of the game and the setup that we have at Southampton.
The club's certainly come on leaps and bounds in the last 12 months. What do you think the secret behind that has been?
Oh, I think organisation, off the pitch as well as on the pitch. The fact that we went into the transfer market in quite a big way and acquired some really quality players. I think you're always looking to progress, and the way to make progress, obviously, is that lovely mixture that we've got here at the moment. Bringing players in from the academy, which we're world famous for now. And may that continue. So I think when you put everything together, and a manager that obviously knows, how we need to play and the way that he wants the team to play, I think has been so encouraging, and I think we've had the rewards for it. And if you'd have told me at least a couple of weeks ago would have been sat in third place in the Premiership, you'd have said you'd been dreaming and smoking something. But that was the reality of it. And obviously, there will be a levelling out, and you're going to play teams, obviously, that are going to give you problems, and that's the nature of the Premiership this year. Nobody can go into any game, I don't think, and say that it's an easy game today. I think it's extremely competitive, and may it continue, because I think that's what the Premiership needs.
Fans would certainly say there's been a lot of highlights. How about yourself? Was there one that you could pick out over the last 12 months?
I think the highlight for me, probably two highlights amongst many. I mean, I think to go to places like Anfield and get a result, I thought that was a tremendous effort, and to go to Old Trafford and get a result. It just shows you the progress that has been made, and I think it's always nice to hear someone like Arsene Wenger, who don't praise the opposition that much, saying Southampton were by far the best side that came to the Emirates this season. So, the plaudits are being thrown around, and as I said, may it continue. But like everything else, you're only as good as your last game.
Of course, Christmas is a time for looking back across the last year, but also looking forward to the next year. Over the next 12 months, what do you think where the club might go in that time?
Well, I think, when you have a look at where we are now, there's a great opportunity to kick on now. And remember also how young the side is as well. I mean, this side could well be together for the next 3 or 4 years, and that would only mean progress. you know, and you may not even need new faces because of how young the side is, that they can move forward together as a unit and as a squad. I think the future is very, very bright.